So we're halfway down the year. July's right around the corner, and it's a great time to reflect. And so yesterday I gave you 3 lessons I've learned and kind of embodied in the last 6 months. And today I'm giving you 3 promises, or I'm using, no, not commitments. I like that better. 3 commitments I am making with myself coming in to the last half of the year. All right? Cool. Number 1, take care of myself. I feel like it goes without saying, but it's actually something that's really hard for me. I tend to over-promise and over-pour, and sometimes over-deliver, and I tend to put others before myself more than I should, and it's just a habit from, I think, childhood and religion and things. It's just the values that I was raised around. And I remember last year, the night my mommy died, I remember being like, she was like super like sick, and at that point her body was failing, and she had a big fever for days. And I remember whispering into her ear and saying that she could let go. It was okay, that she did her job, and that I'm okay, and that I promised to take care of myself. And I don't think I necessarily needed to make that promise on her deathbed for that to be a valid promise. But you know, I'm doing my best to take it seriously. And yeah, and so I want to continue on that, to commit myself to be kind to myself, to prioritize my well-being mentally, financially, emotionally, physically, emotionally, that's emotional, mental, physical, financial, holistically. And I'm going to continue to commit to that, and with that will come, you know, other things, but that's the number 1. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to continue to take care of myself and prioritize my well-being. Number 2, I'm going to continue to bet on myself. And I think for a lot of people, they'd be like, bitch, you do that already. Like, we see you, like, you're out here doing things. But what we don't see is in my head, there's a lot of doubt, there's a lot of overthinking, there's a lot of questioning, and there's a lot of hedging my bets. And that even in the risks I take, they're pretty calculated, at least to me. And there are areas where I'm not as committed to the vision as I could be. There are areas where there's more fear than gumption. That's the right way to phrase it. And so I'm working on being like settled in my vision, in my plans, in my big, you know, hairy, audacious dreams, even when they seem scary. I want to be more grounded in, how do you put it? I just want to be aware of an obstacle and not be fazed, you know? I want to not, eventually I get there, but I'd like to like get there faster. I'd like to not question myself so much. I'd like to not like overthink so much. And I think number 1, taking care of myself will help with that, you know? Yeah, I'm more and more aware of the life I want to live and the life I don't want to live. And I'm learning that it's okay, you know, that I'm allowed to want what I want. Desires are good, and I can embrace them. And whether it's my goals or lifestyle goals or, you know, career goals or whatever, my desires aren't inherently bad. And so in that, gotta just, you know, foncer, gotta push through. And I think also just, but gotta be like, not just push through, because I think that comes with striving, but I think settling into it. This comes out of integration, like embracing it, embracing the discomfort of wanting so much, embracing the discomfort that comes with change, embracing the potential that, you know, you may have a goal that you may not reach, but that's okay. And also you have a goal you may reach, and that's also fucking scary. But we're going to lean into it, and we're going to embrace the unknown, and we're going to bet on ourselves, and we're going to try to show up in a best version. So I've got a few things up my sleeve right now that I'm just like, Rose-Ingrid, we're not going to self-sabotage. We're going to, you know, chip at it every day a little bit, and We're going to see what comes out the other side. And the third thing I'd like to commit to myself on is smell more flowers along the way. That's how I wrote it. I want to smell more flowers along the way. In the same breath, you know, I'm talking about I have things I want to achieve. I want to not overthink as much. I want to do more. I also recognize that I'm doing plenty and that there's things that I can also like acknowledge already. I was texting a friend yesterday, and I was like, yesterday, it might have been the day before, but she's like, caps lock. Do you understand that this is iconic? We're talking about something. And I was like, like what you're doing already, like this is actually a big deal. Like this is really cool, and you did that. And I really was like, you might have to remind me because yeah, my brain is always like, you didn't achieve perfection. You didn't achieve the ultimate goal of greatness, whatever the fuck that means. So you're nothing. It's all or nothing. Cause I want it all or nothing at all. Oh, damn. There's nowhere left to fall when you reach the bottom. It's now or never. But I recognize that if I'm going to enjoy the process of achieving these goals, enjoy the process of growing and stretching, then I need to take time to appreciate where I'm at, to appreciate the little wins, to take in when, you know, that little increment, like when you, it's like when I'm like running and I shave a little time off my 5K or my kilometer. Like that, even if it's 30 seconds, even if it's 10 seconds, that's a freaking win. That's growth. And I need to be able to celebrate the increments, the mini milestones in my life. Because then you enjoy the journey. Then you're not always like unhappy because the only thing that will give you contentment or joy is on the other end. And at the end of the day, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know what life's going to bring, but I can enjoy the moment on the way. And so my goal and my desire or my commitment to myself, because it's not a goal, I'm committing to smell the flowers more along the way, to take beats, to take in where I'm at, to take in what I've overcome, to take in what I've achieved, to take in, you know, the small wins that are like plastered, some of them bigger wins that are plastered all across the journey. I think that also leads to much more gratitude. It helps build perspective. It helps build confidence. And so those are all things. So those are my commitments to myself as we wrap the year up. I'm going to take care of myself holistically. I'm going to continue to bet on myself, to show up, put my best foot forward, and to punch that self-doubt in the freaking guts, and I'm going to smell more flowers along the way. I'm going to take more moments to celebrate myself, to celebrate accomplishments, to celebrate that I'm freaking breathing and alive, and that I'm really living the best version of my life. And on that, I gotta go. Love y'all. Have a good Saturday.